Enchanted Tiki Talk is brought to you by Kingdom Strollers. Our premium stroller and crib rentals are delivered straight to your Disney or Orlando area resort. It couldn't be easier. Book yours at kingdomstrollers.com. And Mouse Pros. Let our travel specialists plan your next vacation. Our concierge level service gives you the perfect hassle-free vacation. Get your free quote from Sean or any of our magical agents at mousepros.com. And Mickey Monthly, the Disney fans' monthly subscription box that brings the magic right to your door. Visit them at mickeymonthly.com. And now, it's show time!
In the tiki hut, in the tiki hut, all the birds talk Disney and the listeners swoon. In the tiki hut, welcome to our enchanted hideaway, you lucky people, you. If you weren't listening starting right away, we'd be out of an audience too. In the tiki hut, in the tiki hut, in the tiki hut, in the tiki hut.
Hello and welcome to Enchanted Tiki Talk. This is episode 246 for the week of July 8th, 2018. This is me, Sean, back returning again this week. Along with me is Keith.
Hello.
Hello. And Steve decided to come back. Steve, welcome back.
Thank you. You guys actually let me back in. I thought you changed the lock.
No, we can't afford it.
I thought we scared you away. So that's the problem.
No.
Okay, good.
All right. So, Steve, 4th of July was just last night at the time of recording. Did you end up going to the parks? Did you stay home?
I stayed home. Our tradition on July 4th usually is watching Jaws.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And the idea was to actually be outside at the pool, projecting it outside with being in the pool and hanging out, but it rained a whole lot.
Yeah.
So it kicked us out of the pool, and it delayed the fireworks at Magic Kingdom by about an hour.
Yeah, we were waiting for that on the live stream to pop up, and it was like, okay, let's start, let's do something here. Yeah, it just kept delay.
Yeah, we actually on July 3rd we went out and we had some dinner, and we were at the Contemporary and saw the fireworks from there.
Oh, nice.
So that was nice. It's always a great idea to go actually the night before, instead of going New Year's Eve, go December 30th, July 3rd. The fireworks are pretty much the same, a lot less people and a lot of fun.
Right. Yeah. You want to deal with less people. It's much better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's talk about here one of the new things that Disney has just released. Along with Toy Story Land, they decided to release the Play Disney app in the App Store and the Android store as well. So I had a chance to play with it a little bit. Steve, you probably played with it a little bit more, and I think some of it is location-based. You had a lot more options than I did using it.
Yeah, it's... There are the ability to get certain things such as music and trivia outside of the park. When you're in the park, you can gain little icons. You can do a lot more interactive things that are taking place in it. I mean, it was designed. Disney has talked about how it's designed not to keep your nose on the phone or in the phone, but it is to help you enhance your experience waiting online. So there are some things that are actually interactive, but there are other things which is just trivia, and which is a lot of fun on the app.
I checked it out. The trivia is fun. It seems like that there was a ton of things about the water parks. Maybe it was just the one I chose to do, but it seemed like there was a lot of questions about the water parks. But it did actually seem as like it does give you stuff to do, like if you're standing in the queue line waiting, but then too, it drains your battery faster and stuff like that, so that you do have to pack some kind of external battery source. But it's always fun to me to talk to people that it's around me and stuff in line, and I'll take and check it out some at the parks, but I'm not sure if I'll spend a ton of time on it.
Yeah, I don't want to use it too much when I'm in the parks because I don't want my kids to have to rely on that because I don't think that's a good thing, especially with kids today and technology and my own kids. So I'll try to limit what they can do with it. But I also like that on the app there's music, there's playlists in different parks too. So I thought that was pretty cool. You get to hear some songs from inside that area of the park.
And also the app has taken over certain aspects. If you're in line for Soarin', you can participate in the quiz with a group of other people on the app,
which I think is a good idea.
Which I think is a fantastic idea. There's a couple of other things in which they've done where you can now get certain types of surprises at the end.
Okay.
On Space Mountain, it's really about speed. There's questions, there's games, there's scavenger hunts, and the interactive payoff is at the end. You can race your spaceship with others.
Okay.
In Peter Pan, it's really about trying to find the happy thoughts, so they're trying to theme it towards that. And I know in the Disney, I did not go through the one because I couldn't get online at Magic Kingdom, but I know some people over in Disneyland who did it, and they were able to activate Tinkerbell.
Oh, wow.
From the app. So they're trying to, it looks like they're trying to make it more interactive for everybody, just the way that they've created the interactive queues at the Haunted Mansion, and they've created the interactive queues at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So this looks to be their new alternative to try to create physical effects from the app so you can see certain things.
Okay.
Will it put extra strain on its Wi-Fi service in the parks, though?
I'm sure it will, and
Yeah.
I mean, you're connected through a lot of these through Bluetooth to them,
Right.
to what's going
okay.
on. So that'll help out. It will put a strain on the Wi-Fi system just in general, what they do. But there is a patent out that they're looking to be able to put, I want to say, charger boxes around the park. But these are types of chargers in which you can stand near something and your phone will be charged. Now, so they have developed a patent for that, and I'm sure that eventually they will have to end up rolling it out, because if they're asking people to use their personal device to participate, we're all right. The battery's going to go down, and right now you can see everybody walking around the park with their phones plugged into an external battery,
right,
just to get charged.
Right. Yeah, that's when having something like that's going to be handy. I know that in the park there's, I forget what they're called. We have them, Keith. What is swap it out? Fuel rod.
Fuel rods, yes.
Yeah.
I drew a blank.
That comes in handy. Yeah, using those.
Yeah, so I think eventually they've only rolled out a few rides in a few parks. I think the more high-profile ones with things. What we can all anticipate is that when Galaxy's Edge opens, it could be full-blown.
Right, that's what I'd be expecting.
My guess is they're wiring that portion of the park to do a heck of a lot.
Right, it makes sense. I mean, because those lines are going to be so long, they're gonna have to do something to keep the guests entertained while they're in the queue, because it's for years it's going to be 2 to 4 hour long waits on either of those attractions. So you're going to have to do something. So using this and creating achievements, and maybe even creating lightsaber battles on your phone. I mean, they probably have that ability sometime in the future as well.
Mm-hmm. In addition, I mean, knowing Disney, you can always upsell. You can probably buy a $2 packet of an adventure and go through it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right.
It's all. I'm sure they're thinking about that. There's no doubt about that.
Like Sorcerers is just as without the cards, which is basically what it could do, which is nice.
Right.
All right. So with that, let's take a quick break.
Be our guest, put our magic to the test. Bring a heart that's full of wonder and let Disney do the rest. Come to
The Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. Call 407-WDisney.
All right, so this week on Enchanted Tiki Talk, we're going to continue doing some of our progressive meals here, and we're going to head over to Epcot, and we're just going to be talking about lovely food, and we're going to see where everybody comes in at with this here. What we decided to do is we're basing it on a drink, a snack, an entree, an appetizer, and a dessert. So Keith said he's not going to go all hoity-toity on us, so I guess that's good.
It's pinkies down for this week, so we're good.
All right, so why don't we start off with a snack, and let's throw it over to Steve and see what he's got.
The snack that I would go to the Kabuki Cafe outside of the Japan Pavilion and get the Japanese shaved ice. Get the Kikagori with the sweet milk topping.
Yes.
And then take that and then walk up the stairs to the nice quiet area in the back and just sit and relax and enjoy it.
I am having.
What's your favorite flavor?
I like the rainbow. I like them all. I can't decide. So
yeah, I'm having the exact same thing, and the reason I'm doing it is because Keith is actually the one who turned me on to it. The first time I ever had it was in November, when we were all together, and Keith was talking about it for several years how good it was, and he's not lying but you have to have the cream on the top because I think that's what really makes it.
Oh, I agree, and it's a good price. It's like $5,
right? And
you can share it with someone else, and it's still enough.
I don't believe in that sharing kind of thing. It's mine.
It's such a nice price. Everybody can have their own.
Exactly. At that price, yeah, I'll buy one each for the kids. But Daddy, I want more blue. No, that's my blue.
Okay. With mine, I stopped at the Caramel Cooch in Germany, and I got the milk chocolate caramel popcorn with pretzels and Stroop waffle bits. It's $9.99, but it's a pretty big bag. I can't go to the World Showcase and not get some caramel popcorn from there. It's so good. It's fresh, and then when you get with the pieces of pretzel, and the Stroop waffle is pretty much like a waffle cone. It's flat, and they just they break it up and mix it in. So always get that, and then go find a spot for like Illuminations and sit there and snack and watch the show.
Yeah, I've had the caramel popcorn, but I've never had the bits of anything else in it. So I'd be curious to try it.
I love the popcorn. It's something I just graze around.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one where I don't like to share because I don't want someone else's hands in there.
You don't want somebody else's sticky fingers in there.
No.
Yeah, I understand.
That's bad.
All right, next let's go talk. Let's go with an appetizer, Steve.
One of my favorite places, the Tutto Gusto Wine Cellar, and they're getting the Gusta plate, the La Palina, where you have the cheese, which you have the Alpine Cow's milk cheese, the sweet blue vein cheese, and a creamy blend of cow, sheep, and goat milk cheese. And if you go in there, I would go in there for the appetizer. I would go in there just to drink and have charcuterie and make it an all-night thing. There are great little couches in there. And if you get there at maybe about 5 or 5:30, there's plenty of space to get in there, sit by the couches, relax. It's a very nice, quiet, and enjoyable place for 2 to 5 people, and if you're going with a party of people. But the cheese is just phenomenal.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, that's not something I have not done yet. You know, I mean, for us, it's a little bit harder for not being somebody who has the ability to go to the park at any time because we have our favorites when you go to the park and you kind of stick with that.
Right.
But I'm always open to try something new like that, and it just sounds good and it would be up my alley, but not necessarily with the kids. If I was down there as a guy weekend or something like that, I would definitely do that.
Anytime that you can find a quiet place to sit and just kind of chill, that's that's a dream. And then to have some excellent food and drink too, that just makes it perfect. That's like the Nomad Lounge. It was for me until it's Pandora kind of like opened up and it's not as quiet and peaceful as it used to be. But yeah, that's the same idea.
All right, for me, I am going to head over to Canada, and my appetizer at Le Cellier is going to be the Canadian cheddar cheese soup.
I did the same thing.
Did you?
Your spoon out of my bowl, sir.
Yeah, we each get our own spoon. You can't go wrong. Yeah, I mean, you get the Moosehead Pale Ale. They get you some smoked bacon in there. I know it's $11. It's totally worth $11, but it's not when it's in the middle of the summertime. I don't think if it's 100 degrees out, I'm not going to necessarily have soup. But I mean, it is so tasty. It's delicious. You gotta love cheddar cheese soup in there, and you get a little bit of the pretzel, and you dip the pretzel in there, the pretzel bread in there. Oh man, it's like heaven. Yeah,
it's really, really good. Another like a tip is to get it during Food and Wine Festival. It's a little cheaper.
Right.
It's a smaller portion. You still get the pretzel bread with it and stuff, so that you can try it, but you don't have to spend quite that much on it. But it's just that down home, just like comfort food that you like to have. I know, like Sean said, if it's like 110 outside, I'd probably choose a salad over a cream soup, but it's always good though.
Right. All right. So next, let's go to our we did appetizer. Let's go with our drink. What's our drink of the day here? Go ahead, Steve.
Margarita. From the Chose de Margarita stand outside of the Mexico Pavilion. The Fiesta Frozen Margarita, which is a combination, I love combos. It's a combination of the wild strawberry, passion mango, and the classic lime margarita all in one. It's $10.50, and by the time you get to China, you will have a good buzz on you.
Now, is this the same? Is this the same as the one that used to be there, the stand that used to be there, or is it a little bit different? This opened a year ago, 2 years ago.
It was last year. And it's very good food. The empanada is there if you're looking for something just to chew on as well. But they make the margaritas there, and they are potent. And I am just amazed at how strong they are. But it's a good on a hot night. It's great to get it and just walk around, let it melt, and by the time you want to get to your next place to eat on the other side of the world, it'll be melted and done.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
That's a pretty nice price too for like a frozen one. To be that strong is rare. It's like a lot of times they cheat those frozen ones, and it's not as strong as like a regular one would be. So that's a nice way to get a buzz and cool down at the same time.
Yep. I am also going to have a margarita, but I'm going to go inside to La Cava, and I'm going to finally try my jalapeno margarita, which I've been dying to try, which has got the tequila altos reposado with muddled jalapenos, fresh lime juice, agave nectar, muddled cucumbers, served on the rocks with the hibiscus Himalayan salt rim. I would skip the salt because I don't like the salt on there, but I've been dying to try. I got to try the jalapeno margarita, so why not while I'm doing this progressive meal?
That's a pinky up drink right there. That's that's one of the.
It's good though.
Hibiscus in it. That's a hoity-toity drink, as Sean would say.
It's good stuff.
The Maelstrom one. It's there. Is really, really good too. So if you're not into hibiscus flowers in your drinks, you could try that one too. But
and if you like extinct attractions, go for it.
Well, yeah, it's like a silent protest, and I get drunk at the same time, so it's a win-win.
Right.
For me, every time I stop at World Showcase, I stop at Fife and Drum, give myself a Red Stag frozen lemonade, like Cheers Allen with it. It's such a good drink. It's kind of like the frozen margarita. It's nice on a hot day. Pretty strong. The red stag is like a black cherry, like bourbon, so that you do get that cherry flavor with your lemonade. It's just a perfect drink to get one and then go and stop and watch it. Well, Guardians of the Galaxy now, but it's nice to just grab a frozen lemonade there and enjoy a few steps around the world.
Yeah, that's a good drink. I love that. Love having that drink. It's not one that I have all the time, but it's definitely top notch. I plan to buy some Red Stag so I can actually make that over the summer, because I would used to do that in the summertime, and it's always good.
I've never had that, and now it is on my list.
Yeah, you got to try it. It is good. It's refreshing.
Yeah, it is.
It's very refreshing. It's not overly sweet, not too tart. So definitely give it a try.
It's 11 and a quarter. It's a little pricey, but it's worth it. It's good.
All the drinks at Disney are pricey.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see what we got with the entree.
Well, I'll go first, and it's going to be pretty obvious. Le Cellier, and I need to have my filet mignon.
Mm.
There are a lot of people who have argued about it, that it's overpriced, it's not worth it. But the AAA Canadian tenderloin, which I'm sure there'll be tariff issues now with meat coming in. The mushroom risotto, asparagus tomato relish, and of course, something to clog my arteries, the truffle butter sauce.
Nice.
It is pricey at $54, but it is so good. It cuts like butter.
Right.
It's just so good.
See, the problem with I love filet mignon, but the problem it's 8 ounces.
Yeah,
that's the problem, because I'm going to be so hungry after the 8 ounces. It's going to cost me another $30 to fill my stomach, because I'll throw down a 16-ounce steak, no problem. Steak,
That's half a pound of meat, man. Come on. What do you want?
That's not. It's like a 1.5 pound burger.
But you had the soup already. You had
you had some pretzel bread. You have a bunch of risotto. Oh my god.
Yeah. Then there's not going to be any leftovers, and my wife has it. She's going to eat all 8 ounces, and I'm screwed. My son Connor, he'll throw down the 8 ounces. Connor's going to have the 8 ounces. Go, I want more. No, you're not having more. You just spent $54 for you to have 8 ounces of filet.
Oh, who are you kidding? You're not spending $54 on your son's dinner. Come on.
No, I'm not. That's true.
He's gonna get the kids' fillet that's like 2 ounces of scrap that they trimmed off the real fillet.
Yeah, that's all he needs. He doesn't get any more than that. Yeah, that's a good solid choice there. It's for me it's just overpriced because it's just not necessarily enough to fill me, but but that's good. You can't go wrong with that. It's meat.
No.
It's meat. Yes.
I could see Sean in front of the old 96er from the Great Outdoors and just sitting there, eating it all.
When we were on a Royal Caribbean cruise with friends of ours, it was probably 10 years ago, maybe not that long, but we went to we paid for the extra money to go to the steakhouse. It was an extra $25 a person. And my friend Rich and I, we ordered the 8-ounce steak of filet. We both ate it. We're like, oh man, I'm still hungry. And they're like, oh, do you want more? We're like, yeah, we'll have more. So him and I eat the other 8 ounces, and we're like, man, we're still hungry. Would you like more? Yeah! We're going to eat 24 ounces of filet mignon for $25. So you can't go wrong for that. All right. So my choice is going to be over at the Coral Reef. And I can't ever pass up shrimp and grits. They got the sauteed shrimp with the cheddar grits, which is even better because I love cheddar grits, which has got a corn succotash in there, andouille sausage, and a Creole spice emulsion. It's $30. So I love shrimp and grits. Anytime I can get grits, period, I order it. And then you throw shrimp and grits in there, and then if it's a cheddar grit, oh come on! Now your flavors are increasing, and then you're going to add the andouille sausage into that, which has got a nice flavor, and it adds more to it. And then the Creole spice, which it gives a little heat, a little bit more flavor. that's like the perfect combination of a meal for me. It's a little on the heavy side, but it's good. I mean, I can throw that down and the 8-ounce steak, and I'd be perfect. $84.
I just wish they'd garnish it with steak.
Can you imagine that? Like, if I cut up like the steak in there and threw it in there, people would be like, "What are you doing?"
They'd throw you out of there.
Probably.
Surf and turf.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. If you're looking for some shrimp and grits, though, my wife ordered that at Homecoming at Springs, and she absolutely just adored that dish. Yeah, she said that it was really, really good. So.
Oh, cool. Good to know.
Yeah. All right, so this will probably be a surprise to most people. But it's a place that I think it gets kind of like overlooked. It's Sunshine Seasons. I know that it's not a sit down. It's not in World Showcase. There's no $80 steak for Sean. But the food there is really, really good. The portion sizes are huge, and it's relatively cheap. The one thing there, it's a pork loin chop with like a house-made, like a barbecue sauce, but it's like a chunkier sauce. It's almost like a relish instead of a sauce. It comes with mashed potatoes and corn on the cob for like $14. The seating there, there's a ton of seating.
Very romantic.
Inside, it's air conditioning. But yeah, it's a place that I think it's overlooked when you have a ton of options. It's in the Showcase. If you don't want to deal with the crowds and stuff over there, go stop at Sunshine Seasons. It's a nice place to eat. The chicken there is good too. It's like a half a chicken. It's really good.
Yeah, that's not a place that I would throw my shrimp and grits away to go try, but I would definitely do it if we were looking for a quick service place.
Yeah, I've had a couple of things from there. I've never, but that does sound good.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It does sound really good.
Can't beat the price either.
No, you can't.
No, not at all.
All right, so let's end it here on our dessert. Steve, where are you finishing your meal at?
All right, I'm going for probably I'm going to say maybe the cheapest dessert around. I love ice cream. And over in France, Les Artisans de Glacis, the mint chocolate ice cream and a waffle cone. Mm-hmm. And I'll have a single scoop because I'm just, trying to pretend that I could be healthy. It's $4.69. It's mint chocolate chip, and the great thing about it is it's not mint looking. It's vanilla looking.
Right. I love when you get mint ice cream that looks like vanilla.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's a great taste. The waffle cone is a must because the regular kind of cone, you've got structural integrity problems.
Exactly.
And you want to make sure, with ice cream cones, structural integrity is the most important thing.
Right.
But that is my go-to dessert choice 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong with ice cream. There's no way.
Especially there, it's just it's good. It seems like it's fresh made. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic there.
See, now, I prefer that over Ample Hill over at the boardwalk. Yeah, Ample Hill at the boardwalk. I was not a huge fan.
I've never had there.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I much prefer the place in France.
Yeah.
All right, so mine is, I'm staying in France as well, but I'm actually going to Chefs de France, and I'm going to go with the creme brulee. I can't pass up creme. There's a couple desserts that I can't pass up. Creme brulee is one, and tiramisu is the other. So if I had to choose between the two, I just don't know what I would do. So that is $9.75, and I would pay $20.75 for creme brulee. I love creme brulee so much.
2 desserts you have to call 2 weeks ahead to get made.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like mine when they stuff it inside of a filet mignon.
With grits on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Steak and grits with a creme brulee on top. That sounds fantastic. It's $120, but it sounds good. For mine, I am going to stop at Rose and Crown. It's in the UK, and get Sticky Toffee Pudding. It comes with a hot, like, butter rum sauce. Anytime that I can find, like, a bread pudding or, like, a toffee pudding with a sauce on it, I'm sold. It's kind of, like, it's hard to describe and keep it family friendly, but it's really, really good. It's nice and warm, and it makes you feel good eating it, and you pour the sauce on top. It's wonderful.
Fork or a spoon?
Always spoon.
All right. That's another thing I gotta give it a try.
I was wondering, like, if there was a follow-up question.
No, there's no follow-up question. Just curious.
Kind of happy that there's not. So
I can probably come up with one.
I'm sure you could.
All right.
That's an outtake question.
All right. So I think that's going to do it this week. But if anybody's out there who wants to throw us their ideas, you can certainly message us on Facebook, Twitter. You can tweet at us too as well. So whatever you want, you can let us know what your choices would be.
We love to talk food.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of food, today found out that one of the new kiosks, one of the new marketplaces over at the Epcot Food and Wine Festival is called the Taste Track, and it is going to basically be croissant donuts.
No.
And with gelato, and you'll have gelato. So you have specialty croissant donuts with gelato.
I'm gonna have to try this. Is it gonna be stuffed or on top?
I don't know.
Well, that's gonna change the whole ball game. If it's going inside, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's like Christmas morning and birthday present, just kind of all wrapped up into one for Sean. That's just.
Oh man, I'm gonna definitely try that. I've really come to love gelato, and then you throw that on a croissant donut. I'm sure it's like heaven.
Oh yeah.
I could see Sean. He turns the corner and sees that kiosk, and just like a stampede of bulls just go throwing kids out of the way and running over elderly people on scooters, and it's just like the Hulk. He just turns all green and just starts charging at it.
I have a long wait until November before I can try that. I might have to make a special trip just down there to try it. Hop the fence at Epcot and run through and get my treat there. Oh man, that does sound good though.
Croissant Donuts Anonymous.
All right, so that's going to do it for this week. But first, we want to thank our sponsors, Kingdom Strollers. Get your premium stroller and crib rentals at kingdomstrollers.com. Let the vacation experts at mousepros.com help you plan your next perfect Disney vacation. Don't forget to check out the store at redbubble.com/Tiki Talk Podcast. You can connect with us on social media. Find us on Facebook at Enchanted Tiki Talk, Instagram and Twitter at Tiki Talk Podcast. You can leave us a message on the Tiki Talk hotline at 256-4MyTiki, which nobody likes to call. And if you enjoy the show, please take the time to rate us on iTunes. And you can find me on Twitter at 1 Minute Disney Dream. That's 1MIN. I love grits. And you can find me at mousepros.com and mouseworldvacations.com.
And you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Dole Whip Daily.
And you can find me at Disney Diary on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to check your latest news at DisneyDiary.com.
And I want to thank you guys for joining me this week. Alan, take it away.
Thanks for listening this week. For Sean and Keith, I'm Alan, and this has been Enchanted Tiki Talk. Aloha.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good flow. That worked really well.
I think so.
Yeah. Not bad. You did really well, Steve, once again. It's not that hard.
like
if
you
we
said,
can do it, it's really not that
it's
hard.
a matter of just getting into the rhythm, that's all.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Keith just and I used to whenever somebody's going to pick up. Just jump in there anytime you have anything to say. Don't feel, don't hesitate. Okay. Just don't cut me off or anything like that. We don't want to.
He gets angry. Yeah,
I'm getting hangry now because I want to have that croissant with the donut and
gelato.
Enchanted Tiki Talk has been brought to you by MousePros.com. Let us plan your perfect Disney vacation. And MickeyMonthly.com, where you can get the park sent directly to you. And by KingdomStrollers.com for all your premium stroller and crib rental needs. For all of us here, I'm David Benter. Thanks for listening to Enchanted Tiki Talk.